So what the ulama have mentioned is that just like the Prophet ﷺ is also benefiting, as mentioned in this hadith, from company of Jibreel alayhi salam, we will benefit from the company of the pious. Jibreel alayhi salam is not going to come to us and sit with us. It's possible, but he doesn't generally do that. We have to be with the ones of Allah. Kunu ma'as sadiqeen. Now look at this. I'll just give you an example of some of the greatest ulama. Imam Malik rahimahullah, it's mentioned that despite his great knowledge and everything, كان يأتي محمد ibn al-Munkadir. He would go and visit Muhammad ibn al-Munkadir, who was known to be a wali of Allah, and he would benefit from him. He would go and sit in his company. Ajib. Not only that, وكان أحمد ibn Hanbal ويحيى ibn Ma'in, two of the greatest muhaddithin, right? Imams. Yahya ibn Ma'in, Ahmad ibn Hanbal, كان يختلفان إلى معروف القرخي. They would go frequently and visit Ma'ruf al-Qarhi, and you know Ma'ruf al-Qarhi, وَلَمْ يَكُنْ فِي عِلْمِ الظَّاهِرِ بِمَنْزِلَتِهِمَا. When it comes to sciences, he was not of their stage, but when it came to the batin and to ruhaniya, he was higher, and they would go and benefit from him. Amazing. Not only that, وَكَانَ الْإِمَامُ الشَّافِعِي, Imam Shafi'i rahimahullah, كَانَ يَجْلِسْ بَيْنَ يَدَيْ شَيْبَانَ الرَّاعِي. He would go and sit in front of Shayban the shepherd. Because of his state, he would go and sit in front of him, كَمَا يَقْعُدُ الصَّبِيُّ فِي الْمَكْتَبِ. Just like a child sits in front of his teacher with full discipline in front of his teacher. That's how Imam Shafi'i used to sit in front of Shayban al-Ra'i. Imam Ghazali mentions in the Ihya, after quoting some of this, he says the only problem is that if you don't have anybody like that, then at least you can read their books, read their ahwal, read their stories, and that will be of benefit to you. You take the best that you have amongst your midst. Nobody's perfect. But you see somebody that reminds you of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, hold on to them and take benefit from this. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us comprehensive jood and sakha and generosity as He gave to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And thus we've expanded our understanding of sakha, and inshallah we can expand it in a similar way. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make His obedience beloved to our hearts. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make His disobedience ugly and repugnant in our hearts. And may Allah make the best of our days the day that we stand in front of Him. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillah.
The point of a lecture is to encourage people to act, to get further, an inspiration, an encouragement, persuasion. The next step is to actually start learning seriously, to read books, to take on a subject of Islam and to understand all the subjects of Islam, at least at their basic level, so that we can become more aware of what our deen wants from us. And that's why we started Rayyan courses, so that you can actually take organized lectures on demand whenever you have free time, especially, for example, the Islamic Essentials course that we have on there, the Islamic Essentials Certificate, which you take 20 short modules, and at the end of that, inshallah, you will have gotten the basics of most of the most important topics in Islam, and you'll feel a lot more confident. You don't have to leave lectures behind. You can continue to leave, to listen to lectures, but you need to have this more sustained study as well. Jazakallah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.